I don't know what to say, which is no good. We live in a time of deconstructing and reconstructing being super important in everything that we do, especially for ourselves. So I'm taking this time right here in order for me to destroy myself and yet rebuild myself. Well, deconstructing all the parts of me that are, we'll just say, self-reflecting, okay? I'm reflecting. I'm looking in the mirror real quick, and you're gonna be here to watch. If you want to, because all great works require review. I might be looking at the camera, and I ain't an exception. I mean, I basically destroy remake myself all the time. So like, this is not going to be anything different. But I wanted to dissect these parts of myself while thinking about the future and all that kind of stuff and what I can do on my arc of resistance. Not ARC, not that one, not that arc. I was thinking they could be that kind of arc, but like it's going to be an arc like a ship. Okay, I'm out here saving up. The first things first, I need to save myself before I save anyone else. Okay, all right, let's get into it. All my life, I've been myself, but I've struggled with comfortability. I really struggle with comfortability when it comes to me, myself, and the situations that I get myself into, which aren't crazy situations, but like how I'm perceived. And I've grown up knowing that really isn't important how people perceive me, as long as I perceive myself in a higher light. But I've always been different, and that's good. I've always been different, but in a sense, an outsider. I guess it's the fact that I always ask questions. I resist and I improve. Does that make sense? And it's made me become the outsider in a lot of situations. I've always accepted that I will not always be accepted by everyone around me. However, I'm accepted by a lot of people around because of my energy and how everybody perceives me, from what I can tell. At least. And I've always, hoped that improvement would be, the goal, because I'm never perfect. I may look perfect, but I still got a lot to do. Because if I ever do become perfect, I guess I can self-implode. Because at that point I've reached the pinnacle, and then what else is there? But let's get into it real quick. I've always been an outsider. I've always had a place to be objective, and I've also been able to be selective with the matters that come across my worldview. And oftentimes it ends up with me being isolated. Not for the best at times, but it allows me to be very objective and look out and be like, oh, so and so has this going on. They're emotionally unstable. They have these kind of issues, this, that, and the third. And I'm able to dissect people down to their very core of their being. And sometimes that's not how you really make friends. Hence, you have to be fake, which sucks because everybody can't handle the truth. I mean, if everyone could handle the truth, maybe we would have more, I don't know. But we would definitely have more discussions, I feel, because being genuine would be more accepted. It'd be more better. Yeah. But ultimately, me being in this isolation and being impartial, it's allowed for me to be, how can I say this? It's allowed for me to stand in my own energy, but that often sometimes turns into what I would like to say, me running away. I've run away from a couple of situations, and for the better. I've definitely grown from the situations. They definitely made me better as a person. But if I look back, then it becomes more imperative for me to stand my grounds and be rooted in my energy even more, so that I don't be impartial or embrace this outsider individuality that I've kind of manifested and developed over the whole entire years, because everyone energy doesn't click with me. I can click with anyone. I feel like I can be anyone's soulmate because I love hard. Anyway, enough of that. But me being an outsider, it's time for me to become more inclusive with everything that I do, and to become more, I want to say louder with my existence, and take up space and allow for those in my energy to rise to the occasion, and also help uplift me so that I can help better out the collective, Yeah. But I've definitely been an outsider for a majority of my life. I definitely have. Maybe I'll probably go into a little. Here's an example. 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, I was very much a socialite. Okay, I was very much socialite. Got along with everyone, played on the playground, yada yada yada, this, that, and the third. Granted, I grew up in the sticks. I grew up in the woods. And it was just me, my family, my grandma, so on and so forth. And I've always lived a very isolated life, a very isolated existence, and that's allowed for me to be able to form my own opinions and for me to be the wonderful person that I am today. But that's taking time. Again, through those grades right there, I was a socialite, and then I discovered what buttholes were. People being buttholes, you know what I mean? Finding out people can be jerks for the most disgusting of reasons. made me feel as though like, wow, this is what people are. And it kind of shoved me off to people for a good little while. All fifth grade to sixth grade, I was to myself. I was isolated, and that definitely left a mark on me and allowed for me to be able to stand up for myself because, I also got bullied. I got bullied a little bit, but that definitely ended like around ninth grade. But anyway, but yeah. From there, it was kind of telling. It was the quiet, nice kid over there, just chilling, listening to music, reading a couple comic books. Anime became a haven, and didn't really form too much community outside of that because I really didn't need it because I've always been an outsider. And I relied on my own strength for the longest time, and I felt like that was sufficient. But ultimately, it's the collective that will have everyone be free because we're all in this together. No High School Musical. And with me not always going with the grain and kind of going against it and questioning every single thing, I've kind of developed a situation in which I've resisted a lot of people and a lot of ideologies because I've always questioned them to its entirety. When my family even left the church when I was like around 8, I was like around age 8, and like that was like Southern Baptist church right there. You don't just be leaving for no reason, right? But left the church around 8, and then I was able to form my own opinions, but like I'm still heavily rooted with God, which is interesting on its own. That's a relationship we have to foster. Can't be taught. But with me being standing on LLC for so many years throughout my whole entire life, it's allowed for me to form deep connections with people whenever I do form them. So even though I am an outsider, it has allowed for me to be much more compassionate and genuine with people that I actually do meet. So when I become that CEO, you know that I can't be corrupted. Okay, all right, yeah. I'm gonna be standing on business completely all the time, every single day. But I'll definitely be sending in my own energy and uplifting those around me with compassion, love, and unity. Okay, get into it, yeah. But me also understanding that I do embody this energy, I also do embody self-sacrificing energy. I do self-sacrifice. I would definitely give you the shirt off my back if you needed it and you were in trouble. I would give you the last, well, hold on, I don't want to say the last. I've donated to certain places to the point where I've been left with like $10 and I had enough to make it, for the next 2 or 3 days. So, but I self-sacrifice. I know what is required of me, and would I be willing to make the ultimate sacrifice? Probably 8 times out of 10, I probably would. I'm gonna think about that, but I probably definitely would. It's something to always think about. I mean, thinking about certain morbid topics isn't always what's great. It isn't what's needed, but dims the brakes. And me knowing what it feels like to be, self-sacrificing, to be isolated, to be an outsider, to be objective, and to see all these things culminate into who I am as a person. It's allowed for me to have great and deep empathy in order for me to stand up for the people who are around me. I mean, the world is ruled by weak cowards, and we who are few in number are strong and loving. But love is infectious. Hope is contagious, okay? And that lies at the heart of all people. And if it lies in me, and me just being me, then I know it absolutely exists in you. 100, 2,000, 50 million %. There's no question. But I will admit, even though I do have the self-sacrificing nature and I do have compassion, I have vanity. I am willing to, it's not like I'm just vain. I love myself. It's part of my self-preservation and it's part of, my growth. But I wouldn't betray somebody for my vanity, but I won't corrupt my moral good values because it's part of my vanity. You get what I mean, right? I can't compromise myself. The things that I love, the light that's in me is part of my vanity, and that is the vainness that I speak of. Because even though our looks and all that kind of stuff, I do keep myself up, I do, but it's superficial. I know it won't last, but the goodness in me, I want to maintain, I want to encourage it, I want to nourish it, and it's become a part of me, and it's a part of my vanity. It's like I go out, I look a certain way, I feel a certain way, I want you to perceive me a certain way, but also my good nature is literally a part of me, and if it isn't up to par, if it ain't bougie, and if it ain't tens across the board, then womp. But in that sense, I do feel as though I cannot be corrupted in the sense of how other people can. Now, can I put my vanity aside? Absolutely, I can, but it's the bouginess of me, in which I can, but it's a part of me. And if you ask for me to corrupt my moral code, it's like you asking me to eat dirt while looking a mess. I don't know about that, but I have a lust and a hunger for growth in humans and humanity, because I know that we can achieve such incredible and great things. Oh, the things that we could do. Can you imagine it? Anyway, that'll be another video for another topic though. But here I am, loving, kind, compassionate person who has a huge vanity when it comes to my morals and won't corrupt them, because who in the hell are you to like change my morals? I'm good. And I'm gonna keep it that way. Not only for your sake, but for my vanity. I serve a vain God. I'm just taking, I'm learning. I'm taking examples, okay? And learning from examples. Anyway, I'm always under construction. I'm doing what I do, and I hope that you can do what you can do to make things better around you. Oh, that rhymed. Anyway, y'all, continue to be compassionate, continue to be loving, caring, and all the wonderful good things in your world. Make sure that your space is in order. Make sure your house is in order. And if it isn't, then please, like, we can do a journal. We can do a little group book or something, Oh my gosh, I got oil inside of my face. Oh, I'm leaking from my scalp. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to making some more videos, okay? For the arc of resistance. If this isn't your thing, then please, take some time and learn, I'll be here answering some questions, and if you have any concerns, please let me know. I'm always here, not on the weekends. Anyway, thank you for your time, all right? But I'll catch you later. All right, later.